Wow.
Hi guys, usual 10:30 embargoes for Saturday evening. Listen guys. Questions in the mic, 2 mics, and if I could ask for your name and organisation for your question, please. Ready?
Good afternoon, Pep. Hi, you're back at the top of the Premier League where you want to be. How much of a lift has that given everybody at the club? I know you have 12 games to go, but how does that change the thinking, perhaps?
Well, we'll have one more game. So Liverpool have one, and Tottenham as well, and Chelsea and the other team. So we have, except Everton and ourselves, we have one more game. So when they equalize everything, we will see what happened, but we cannot deny it. So a few days ago, we could be 7 points, and now we are in the position that we are. But 12 games and still a lot of points to play.
You don't have very many injuries. Was that something you approached differently after the World Cup, or is that down to luck in terms of keeping the players fresh?
You never know. Everybody tried to... We were unlucky in 2 years in the incredible injuries, long injuries like Mendy. We are playing 2 seasons without left back, specific left back, and we survived. And of course, Kevin was one of the most important players that we have for the quality, for the amount of chances he for himself create. So it was a long time line out. So it's happened. All the clubs, all the managers have an incredible staff for all departments, nutrition and physios and everything. We have all the clubs, the big clubs, they have everything to take care of them. Sometimes doing the same, they have a lot of injuries, sometimes everybody's fit. So it's what it is, and now we have players, and that's good.
Any change in the situation with Vincent or with Mendy? So neither available?
No.
Simon Stone, BBC. When you started at Manchester City, you started with a lot of victories, and then the results got a little bit worse. Maurizio Sarri started off with victories and his results have got worse. Is that a difficulty for new managers coming to England to adapt, or is that just coincidence?
See, I said last day, the people believe we arrive with some names, with the good players, with the good clubs, and everybody immediately must work and create something needs time. So, but my feeling when I saw Chelsea in the pre-season before the Community Shield, many things they have done, what they did in that time, and now it's much better. But my time is they was already there. So, but sometimes you need more time. But I think the season from Chelsea is exceptional in the terms they are a final for the Carabao Cup, in the Europa League, go through easy. In the Premier League is there. Even the people don't believe it. They have a chance to be champion because you count points. It's just being there. It's 9 points or 12 points now, but one less game and a lot of games to play. So and in the cup is there as well. So and I see how they play. I recognize exactly what they want to do.
Is it difficult for a manager? You've just said that Chelsea are playing well, doing well. A lot of people outside football don't think they're doing well. Is it difficult sometimes when you're inside a club to emphasise what you are actually doing?
First, well, like a manager or like a spectator, I try to figure out what the manager want to do, and after see if it works. So I see Chelsea, and I can understand what they want to do, and after I see them, they do it. Maybe for other people, they don't like because they don't know exactly what they want to do, but they do it. And when you see the team, the players that they have, the bench, the depth squad they have, is Chelsea, my friend. So, and you see the midfield players, you see the strikers, the best strikers in the world are there. The midfield players are the best in the world. So good keeper, experienced defenders. So good organization, defensive, offensive. They know exactly what they want to do. So I have a lot of respect. So it's an authentic game tomorrow. Is a final for us. I want to feel it's an absolute final for us, and you have to play in that way.
Hi Pep, Ian Irving, Premier League Productions. You mentioned there about the quality in Chelsea's squad. What additional quality has Gonzalo Higuain brought, do you feel?
Well, a massive striker. When he drops, he knows to play. He keeps the ball. Incredible movement, runs in behind, closing the box. He's a guy who doesn't need too much to score goals, and incredible experience playing in Napoli, Juventus, in Milan, and of course in Argentina national team. He's an exceptional striker.
Pep, you mentioned there's no Mendy, he's still out. How far away is he? What exactly is the situation with him at the moment?
His injury is not easy. So he's the meniscus extern, and it's not easy. That intern is easier. Extern is more complicated, and he needs to readapt. Injuries like this, it's not okay. You can start to train in 2 days. You are fit. So you need to have a process to how he handle the efforts with the mending we put in on him, and you have to be careful. That's all.
Maurizio Sarri has today said that he considers Manchester City to be currently the best team in Europe. How would you respond to that?
Thank you so much, but it will be nice for the Real Madrid supporters, like they are upset with me. The best team in Europe is Real Madrid, because the last 3 years, they won, and I think it's the same day February. It's the best team by far in Europe in the last decade is Real Madrid. But Real Madrid is not the best team in the decade when you count leagues and cups and the other ones, because Juventus, Barcelona and Bayern Munich won 7 times and 7 times, and they won 2. But I'm pretty sure now Solari, they understand my answer better than they receive. I'm pretty sure they are happy now with me.
Hi Pep, Sam Lee from Goal. Just going back to the lineup against Arsenal, what kind of thing goes through your head when you prepare a team like that with, for us, a few surprises in it? Is that the aim, to come up with something that the opposition weren't expecting?
Sorry. I didn't understand. I was thinking...
All right, fine. The lineup against Arsenal last weekend had a lot of surprises in it. Was that the aim when you do something like that?
When you say Dino?
Well, yeah, with Fernandinho, that kind of thing, and going into midfield. Is that why you do it, to surprise the opposition?
No.
Something we're not thinking about.
I think today, I try. At the end, the setup is quite simple. We did it, believe me, if you follow our teams, we did it in these 2 seasons many times, drop one player from behind in the middle. Especially we did it with Zinchenko and Fabian Delph, especially the first year in that position. We changed instead to do that. We did it with the central defender, with Dino in that position. We did it many times. No, because I think the managers, we know each other quite well. We know each other quite well, because you have a lot of info, and in that position we try to, it depends on how they defend, how they attack. And especially in Arsenal, we didn't want leave 2 central defenders against Lacazette and Aubameyang 1 against 1. They are faster than us, they were in deeper, and we thought that when we lose the ball they want to make a counter-attack with them 2 and 2, and it's too risky. And that's why we make a different setup to control more that situation. That was the reason why.
And just on Mendy, I've seen that he's in Hong Kong now, is it?
In Barcelona.
Yeah, I know he was in Barcelona yesterday, just going by his Instagram, but I think he's now at Hong Kong airport.
Wow, I didn't know it. Fuck, he's a lucky guy.
Well, I was going to ask, does he not need to be around? Does he not need to be around the team in meetings and that kind of thing? But I guess if you didn't know he was there.
Oh, before it's I'm going one day to Paris. Okay, it's here, but Hong Kong is far away.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going. I have to install Instagram in my account.
Yeah, it's pretty useful.
Because I don't know. Really, I don't know. Do you know it?
No.
You have to know it.
There was an Instagram post, but we're not sure it's definitely
it's not sure
in the
that.
right place.
Yesterday I was in Barcelona.
Yeah. Would that be okay then if he's in Hong Kong? Or
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
I think it's a road close to
Hola, Pep, bones. When do you first met Maurizio Sarri, and how? And now, what's your opinion about his style of play and the way he has developed it here in
Well,
England?
I met him last season when we played against Napoli, and I was so curious because I enjoy a lot watching his Napoli. The way he played, he made winning in Italy is not easy with this Juventus de Turin because it's so solid in the last, I don't know how many years, but they made 90 points or more than 90 points, and they played incredible football. So, and I met him when we played against them.
Hi, Pep. Earlier this week you said this month is terrible. I think that's the word you used in terms of the fixtures and everything. Once you come through this month, I think next month you play before Liverpool every weekend. You play the Saturday, they play the Sunday. How much of an advantage is that to you in terms of being able to put pressure on them by winning your games first?
I don't know. Tomorrow they play play Saturday. We play, I don't know. The fixture is the fixture. So I think nothing is not going to change. So you have my opinion about the pressure Liverpool. Come on, they are an exceptional players. I don't have the feeling that Milner feel the pressure, or Jurgen Klopp feel the pressure, or Van Dijk feel the pressure, or Firmino, Salah, Mane. So really, I don't know. I feel they want to play good and try to win the game. So I think they will be there until the end. And if we play before or later, what we have to do is try to win our games. That's all. The Premier League decide when we play before or later, so nothing happened. No problem.
Hi, Pep. James from the Standard. It's always been the case, certainly since you've been here, that Kevin De Bruyne, when fit, is pretty much a guaranteed starter. Is that no longer the case now? Because now you look at it and you think you're going to have to move things around to get him into the team.
We try to control the players. He played the last 2 games. We believe in Everton. I prefer for a few minutes. What I want from Kevin is play the last 5 minutes. He played as much as possible. So he went out 5 minutes for extra time, and he was incredible in terms of with the ball. He gave the assists, the behavior, the attitude, and everything. And I wanted to sustain that, to maintain that for a long time. Consistent. And sometimes when you are a long time injured, you need a little bit there. And I didn't want, to put in games. And of course, he could play, but in the same time, we have Gundo is in incredible top form. In that game, I would put 4 central defenders. Everton, we guess, Goodison Park, small, Dinas throw-ins in the box, a lot of set pieces. This kind of stadiums always they create set pieces. We want another player. We are not a tall team. Another player for in that position. That's why we decided to put John there. He showed me again his incredible personality, playing in his old stadium. He plays so good with ball, without the ball, and that was the reason why. So tomorrow we're going to play another game, some important games. Players not going to play. That is where it is.
Ordinarily, though, it would be impossible to think of City playing Chelsea, a game as big as that, and not having probably your best player.
Maybe, yeah.
But are we in that situation now where it is quite possible he wouldn't?
Yeah, it's quite possible, of course. Every player knows that maybe it's quite possible play him and maybe quite possible no. So it's what it is. So at the end, we judge the players for absolutely we believe who they are, but there are top forms and there are moments you are not in better condition. There are moments that the other teammates are in better conditions than them, or we believe are them in better conditions. That's why. So football, what you have done is the past. You have to do it again.
There were some things said this week. There's some things said this week by UEFA's president about City not turning up for the VAR stuff. Is there anything you want to say about that?
I respect a lot what the president of UEFA said, but I'm not agree with him. I'm so sorry. So Ryan Kidd was there. So he traveled. He was in the meeting, and I have on my table the report about the VAR. The problem is on Wednesday we have a game. And the game is more important to be with my players because Monday I had a training session and Tuesday I have training session. I could not travel. I would have traveled. I have the tickets. I was there, so to travel. But the Premier League decided to play between Arsenal and Chelsea the game Everton. I could not travel. But someone from Manchester City went there. We are involved in that. So I'm not agree about Mr. Safarin in that case, that Manchester City was not in that position.
Pep, Fred Caldeira for Esporte Interativo. I don't know if you heard about the news in Brazil.
Yeah.
But there was a fire this morning. At least 10 people were killed at Flamengo Youth Academy. So I would like to ask you some words for especially the families.
I'm so sorry. So a huge hug and my condolence for the whole families and of course Flamengo family, and I'm so sorry. It's the same with finally happened with Emiliano Sala, so their families, our support and our unconditional tough situation, understand, and hopefully cannot happen again. What could I say? Especially for the young guys.
So, Pep, can I just ask you about Sergio? He's got a remarkable record against the top six in the big games in the Premier League. He scored 40 goals in 63 Premier League games against Chelsea, United, Arsenal, Spurs and Liverpool in the 8 seasons he's been here. How reassuring is it as a manager to have a centre-forward, a striker like that, who you know delivers for you so consistently in the big games?
It's what it is. The big players needs to appear in the big games, in the big moments, and he did it. Hopefully he can continue to do it. So in the big games, we need the important players. No Sarri is important, no Pep, no Jurgen, no any manager. This game belongs to the players, and the important games belong to special players. And the statistics sometimes I don't believe too much, but helps a little bit to understand what he has done. Especially he can continue.
And do you think that sort of moment against Liverpool, that goal, the way he took it, that just sort of sums up Sergio in those moments in the big games? That's what he's about.
Yeah, that is what he's about. So sometimes the best tennis players, when they are the point to save the break, they make ace. So the big moments, always the big athletes, they come there. The big finals, the big moments. Sometimes they hide in that moment, a bit scary, and the other ones make a step forward and said, I'm the boss, I'm going here and I'm going to win the game. And the big clubs, we need this kind of players. It's simple.
Okay guys, for the embargo please, 10:30 on Saturday evening.